Unfiltered, where you get to hear our unfiltered thoughts. And I'm giggling because we literally hopped on and said, what are we going to talk about today? I came up with a topic and it's a good one. Like, get excited because today we're talking through we, as a company and as people, have invested over $50,000. Honestly, like I'm not even including Hermosi, so way more than 50,000.
I would say throughout our entire business, way more than that. But if we just want to talk like last year,
Yeah, like 50 to 70K in mastering ads. And today we're going to share with you each our top 3 lessons that we've learned from investing with working with insane mentors. Like these are not like these are mentors who are like doing millions upon millions of dollars in ad spend that sometimes we get in the room and we're like, wait, what?
like a day. They have spent millions of dollars in one day, people. If you're like, oh, over their business lifetime. No, no, no. A day.
Yeah. So if this is your first time here, I'm Greta, founder of Bringing Simplicity, and I'm with Judy, our CEO, aka the chief leader of all of us little duckies who like to run in different directions. And we specialize in ads for online coaches. And we are committed to providing our clients with the highest level of service, which is why we've invested so much in ourselves and our learning and our team. So I'm going to kick us off with the let's go like 3, 2, 1. Not that I actually even know what my 3, 2, 1 is
I
going
was
to
gonna
be.
say I don't really. I'm not gonna order for me because I'm just gonna think of them as they come. But if you have that, then good for you.
Okay, so I would say so the first thing that I would say that I've learned over the last year is expect for everything to change. And so if you are working with an ad agency who says to you like things are rolling, we're good, we're just gonna like leave it as is, to me that's an immediate red flag because everything's always changing on Meta. So the way that campaigns are set up, changing right now as we speak, something is changing. And the way that your audience is perceiving your message constantly changing. So not that I needed to spend the 70,000 to learn that, but I feel like being in rooms with people where every single one of us at any given moment of time could talk about how things were just rolling and doing amazing. And then it's almost like you wake up and it's like, wait, what? What just happened? Meta drops some huge update and people are scrambling. So I think to me, it got normalized.
Okay, say again one more time.
Everything with Meta ads will change. So if you're working with an ad agency who isn't consistently making changes or keeping you updated on changes, that's a red flag.
Yes. Okay. Mine is there is not a right way and there's not a wrong way to run ads.
Yeah.
Unless it's like you're getting FTC like after you. That's the only
That's the
wrong
wrong
way.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. Although you're getting like served some notices. That's the only wrong way. Okay. And obviously like all the claims, all that. Putting that aside though, legally, all those things aside, there is not where like somebody comes in and they're like, this is the only way that will ever work to run a low ticket funnel, and that is it. Like, or a high ticket funnel, or like a masterclass ad set or campaign, like that's it. There's not. And it's just freaking guessing and pulling levers and turning the lever, pulling levers off, turning levers on, and that's really all it is. So what I mean by that, in short, is you were psychotic if you run a marketing agency.
I know. I was like, is this going to make us depressed? Everything's changing. There's not a right way to do it. There's no playbook.
There's no playbook, and and it's like the goal. We're all trying to make money, and we're all guessing at this way to make money and to spend ad dollars the best way that we know how. And like Greta said, at any given moment, it's going to change. And that's why there's not a right way or a wrong way, because just because that person, like, it's like, okay, we ran that last month. Awesome. Try to run it again this month. Nope.
And every person is different because it could be that it's still working for one client. We try to replicate it for another client and we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
that worked for that client. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so I think that that's the main thing of it's like you can get all of this advice from all of these people, and they're all very intelligent people who have had great success. But it's like, hey, here's a way that I'm doing it. Try it and see if it works. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, like, and then we don't blame each other. Like, if it doesn't, we're not like, oh, that person's an idiot. Cause like, obviously they made money off of it, like on their own. Otherwise they wouldn't be sharing it.
Right.
So that's my thing.
Um, my next one would be, even though Judy's saying there's not a playbook, and I agree, there's not a playbook in a right and a wrong way, there are foundational elements that everybody kind of describes differently, but ultimately it's that top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and looking at your ads and the way that you're structuring them. If you want to be successful and get sales, you have to be doing something in each of those areas. So there are a wide variety of things you could choose for top of funnel, meaning you could do reach ads, you could do engagement ads, you could do just straight ads that have more of a top of funnel, less CTA feel. But like you have to do one of something there. And then middle of funnel is some sort of, it could be a low ticket, it could be a book a call, it could be a webinar, it could be a VSL. Like there's a lot of different options. And this is why there's not, and then bottom of funnel is like retargeting, hitting that audience harder. And when we think through that there's different options for each, there's like thousands of permutations of the way that those things could be paired together, which is why there's not a playbook. But you have to be doing something from each of those areas.
Yes. Each one needs to be involved.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think for me, again, it's so funny because a lot of times we just pay to be in mentorships. And I think I'm saying we as in like the general population. So I'm looping all y'all in with me. You can comment below if you don't agree. But sometimes we pay to be in mentorships to be told what we already know. So like we know testimonials sell. Like that's not like, oh my God, testimonials sell. I had no idea.
What?
I still consistently every week when we meet with our mentor, he's like, how many new testimonial graphics have you added this week? And I'm like, you know what?
None.
Other stuff. So like that's a good example of like being reminded of that. I think that was a tangent. I don't know why that was connected.
No, I think that's good. That's really, really good. The other thing that I think is, I don't know how I want to say this because it's not more, it may be how people perceive certain mentorships, but I think sometimes when people look at me and they're like mentoring, because a lot of it's like theory. Like a lot of people think mentorship as in theory, but the mentorship programs that we are in are very tactical and like provide you the exact like SOP that they use or a template. And so there's no like we even share numbers with each other. Like there's no gatekeeping in regards to that. And I think a lot of it is like people are in mentorships and in some mentorships, I'm not saying all, but some mentorships are like, it's like they gatekeep information to only sell you the next thing because they're like, oh, well, now that you need that, you need this and like type of thing. And the mentorships that we're a part of is like, you get it all or you don't get anything. Like, it's like full transparency. And I don't know if I was, I'm saying that I guess is like, I didn't know if when Greta and I invest in things, we don't look at the ROI on a lot of those things. Like we know the ROI is coming in returns of our investment, but we don't calculate it like that. And so when I tell other people, I feel like that's a lot of things that they do when they think about mentorship is they calculate like to the cent of like what they're going to get back on their investment. And I think for us, like we've gotten way more back on that. And because of that, I think maybe we're way more transparent than other people in regards to everything that we do, just because of the circles that we're in. And maybe it's just that we attract that too, and maybe people just want to share their things with us. And maybe that's not for everybody.
Yeah. So is your second thing you've learned from investing in mentorships that you have to just go all in with an open mind? Like
it's more or less like, yes, going in with an open mind, no expectations, but also like when when you're going into mentorship, if that's something that's important to you, make sure you ask. So ask other people who have done the program. You can ask us because we've done lots of
I was
programs.
gonna say we've done a ton of programs.
And if we were to
Give you
tell,
our
like,
feedback.
yeah, so we tell you which ones, like, for sure to join and for what reason to join as well. And so I think it's like, know exactly what you want and confirm that before going in. Because if you are someone that doesn't like the tactical stuff, maybe you just do need the theory and the mental toughness talks. Some of our mentorships would not be right for you because they do none of that.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man. I like want this to be the most important one, and I feel like I've learned so much over the past year about running ads. I'm like, how would I summarize? I know I came up with this topic. I think for me, a consistent message that has happened, and probably it's because of the mentorships we choose to be in, and because of red car syndrome of what I choose to hear. Because obviously, like, we're always filtering messages based on our own unique stances. But to me, one of the biggest things that I've consistently seen reaffirmed is to ditch the drama and live in the data. And so, like, obviously, you all know I've always been obsessed with data, but I think that the deeper I get in and the more time I spend in the data for our clients, for ourselves, just in general, to me, marketing is so much fun because it literally is a numbers game. Like, I met with somebody the other day whose ads weren't performing, and I was like, okay, let's see your starter test. And it's somebody who went through our simplicity ad system, and her starter test had not hit benchmarks. She was down for click-through rates. So then when she actually went to go live, her click-through rates were low, which meant she didn't have enough eyes on her page, which meant her conversion wasn't high enough. And so it was so easy for me to be like, well, you need to rerun your starter tests to have starter tests that hit benchmark. Because once you do that, like, just focus on that one data point. And once you do that, then you know that you can do the next thing. And obviously I'm speaking directly to starter test in this instance, but in anything, I can look at the data and say, like, here is the piece that's broken right now. Like, all we have to do is fix this. All we have to do is fix booked calls. All we have to do is fix show up rate. All we have to do is insert whatever that data point is. And it's all, like, genuinely a math equation. Like, how do I manipulate the data?
So data over drama.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. We did learn that for sure. That's a really good one. What's my my last one? I feel like it's not going to be anything profound at all. It's hard to choose just 3 things because I feel like there's just so many things that come out of investing.
Well, I have a question that might help you.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting for me, obviously, like, when I think about investing in the ad side of things, I'm the one running the ads. So, like, when you think about overseeing an ads team, because you're not the one that's in the campaigns, like, I mean, you could be, but
No, thank you. I will not. I will not be in the campaigns. Everybody who always thinks that I am, I love you so much.
And I feel like you also, I mean, you've consumed so much of, like, that leadership side of things. So when you think about running a successful marketing agency that ultimately supports our clients and, like, the way that their data is coming, oh, I just thought of one that I feel like you probably didn't learn from it, though.
You have a 4th one.
What stands out? Well, I'm thinking of things you say to me as a leader.
Oh. But what stands out as being someone that is leading a marketing agency?
You want me to tell you the one that you always say to me?
Go ahead. I have a thought, but yeah, go ahead and tell me the one that I bet it's not going
And
to.
again, I don't know if this is necessarily from I mean, I think it's influenced by everything. But the thing Judy's always saying to me is, like, stop overthinking. We just need to do more faster.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually thought about that during the second one. I was thinking about faster. I was like, we need faster iterations. How quickly can we get this up and running. Like
So that we know if it works or not. Like we want
Yeah.
to fail more time. We want to fail faster so that we can get to a win.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So that I guess like the other thing is, um, I think I learned that I didn't know this about myself and maybe until I started leading a marketing agency, but I take a lot of risks. Like owning a marketing agency and leading a team is like, it's very much risk. Like you are risking everything. Like people are risking it's like money is on the line, like literally like people, cause like you can come in and you could like have this other role in the company or you could be this other, and it's like, no, you're literally like risking people's money. And so there comes a whole new level of responsibility for that. So every little thing that you go into, because like when an example of a company is like, okay, maybe they make t-shirts for you or they, coach for you or whatever. But like for us, it's like, how much money did you make me this month? Like that's all they care about. They're not saying that, but that's all they care about. And so you kind of have to have a pretty strong and big personality to like go into those meetings if you did not make money for them yet.
Yeah.
And then also if you did make money, honestly,
It's still not enough.
most of the time they don't, it's not enough, but also a lot of times they don't give you credit. They'll find a ways to be like, well, that person was in our pipeline 5 years ago. They're my cousin's brother-in-law. And I'm like, what? Okay, then why didn't they buy last month when I wasn't on your team then, right? Why didn't they buy last year then if like they're related to you? And I'm obviously joking, but that's how it feels. Like that's the
Yeah.
energy that they give you. And so for me, I've had to shift a lot of that mentally, but also onto the team because the team also holds a lot of that responsibility because that's all we're talking is like numbers, like how much do we spend in ads, how much do we make in ads. And so to bring it back to the purpose of why we're actually building this awesome marketing agency, and what we're doing for our clients long term, and then also programming our clients as well to see that long term and to see the ROI on that is something. So I guess it's like number one for me is like, if you're gonna run a marketing agency, most of the ones that I've seen, they're very risk averse. Like they don't freak out if they get a lawsuit that is sent to them. They don't freak out if they get an email, which apparently are fake emails from Meta saying that they're gonna shut down your account. Right? It's like they're pretty numb to that part of where it's like, like lost this much money today, or Meta says that they're going to shut down the account. Okay, we'll just run the ads through this other account. So it's very like nonchalant, and that's kind of how you have to like. Whereas most other people would like freak the f out, and Greta kind of does freak the f out sometimes, and I'm just like, it's okay. It's somebody's experienced this before. We're gonna figure it out.
It's true. I'm definitely the more emotional one between the two of us. Okay, so for people who are listening here who are thinking about running ads, obviously like some of our stuff is talked to like running a marketing agency, but none of them are going to. If you were going to like summarize the three things in terms of how you would want them to approach a marketing agency or what things they should think through before they run ads, how would you like basically pull all of those three things into I'm about to run ads and I'm going to hire an ad agency?
Your industry, one, have they ran ads in your industry at all? That's the main thing. Because a lot of people will be like, yeah, I can, because I ran for e-commerce, I can run for coaching. Maybe so. And then obviously the investment that they've made in themselves and continue to make. So like, how are you keeping up on Meta's marketing like campaigns? Like how are you keeping up on that? Like, if they do not mention that they are in a mentorship program, or they do not mention that they have a designated Meta rep, they have not ran ads long enough. And if you are someone that is like 500K and you're like, you want to spend any amount of money on ads, they haven't spent enough money. And then the last thing is, how is the structure of communication with you and the team? Because if they can't ideally say like, this is how you're going to get in contact with us, this is how, and they can like just riddle it off, then that is it. And if they aren't pushing back. So if you say you want to run ads towards this and they're not asking questions, they're not asking about your data from your organic or previous, if you've ran ads in the past, previous ad campaigns, that's a major red flag, because they're just looking to take your money and not looking to make you money. Because those gears are always turning for us immediately. Like it turns for us when we see an ad pop up and we're like, oh, I wonder if they're making any money on this ad. Not even like, it's just like, that's just where we go. So if they're not asking you, that's a really big concern, because that's like just automatic.
Yeah, for sure. And I was thinking for like the 3 that I have is that if you're going into ads thinking it's a safe, secure way to make money, then you need to like rethink your strategy. It can become a predictable source of income once you've figured out the math game, but even that changes as meta changes. And so I like to liken running ads to somebody who's like a professional gambler and goes to the casino. They know how to go to a casino and win. And I have firsthand experience with this because my husband is an amazing gambler. He knows how to go to the casino and win, but there will still be times where the house wins because there are unknown variables or things that you cannot control for. And so going into ads with an open mind of recognizing, it is a ton of guessing in the early months. And then B, once you have figured things out, it's going to change. To me is like, it's not just an us situation. Like we've now talked to, like we said, people who are running millions of dollars, and they still get things like, we still see questions from them of, hey, my CPL is starting to drop and I have no idea, or my CPL is starting to rise and I have no idea why, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm doing the same things I've always done. So for me, that's like the biggest takeaway, is just to get excited to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. Games are exciting. Why are you laughing?
Because this was a very unfiltered. I'm like, there's so many other things that we could have talked through that would be like way more applicable to the client, but I just feel like sometimes these are the conversations. Like I'm like, Judy, let's just go live and talk about it, because first of all, I hope you guys can see how much we care and invest in ourselves. And then in theory, that is a direct investment in the work that we're going to do for our clients. There is not ever a moment where we are like, we know everything. We're like, how do we surround ourselves by the smartest people in the room? We just got a delivery. Amazon's here. How do we surround ourselves by the smartest people in the room so that we can do the best work for our clients?
Exactly. And so make sure you ask who your marketing agencies are.
Nice. All right. Well, we don't know what we're going to talk about next week because this is unfiltered and we just show up and talk about whatever randomly comes to one of our heads. So we'll see you next week for Unfiltered. If there is something you'd love for us to talk about, go ahead and drop it in the comments and maybe we'll consider it. Maybe.
Maybe.